Now to Northampton County, where officials are back at a property accused of having poor living conditions for many animals there.
On Friday, about 30 animals were surrendered and looked over by a veterinarian. And today, the Humane Society says it is planning on returning those animals to the owner, saying there were some sanitation issues, but they are working on improving them together.
69 News reporter Rose Itzkovitz is joining us live from the owner's home in Upper Mount Bethel with the latest. Rose.
Yeah, guys, so the latest is the owner here is allowing us on the property. We were able to show some of these conditions. The Humane Society does say it was mainly some sanitation issues. The owner needed to be brought up to speed, but said he was mostly following the rules of a working farm. But another organization that had their veterinarian check out the animals is more concerned.
This whole thing is a big joke. These guys come here just to cause trouble.
Today, the owner who surrendered dozens of animals to officials is reacting to the news he may just get them back.
No animals were seized.
Mighty Paws Special Operations and Humane Society back at the home where around 30 animals were surrendered on Friday.
And that is quail, guinea fowl, peacocks, and some rabbits.
The owner tells me he owns hundreds of animals, and of the some 30 taken, 2 were euthanized.
Doesn't mean that the bird wasn't old or anything like that, and, you know, natural things do occur.
It came after concerns of poor living conditions for some of the animals. Pocono Wildlife, also on the scene Friday, sharing these pictures. But Rob Rozak, Mighty Paws' chief of operations, says conditions were mostly standard for a working farm. Did the vet say there was abuse or bad living conditions indicated?
No, from our understanding, speaking from the vets, nothing like that.
Rozak says, yes, there were some sanitary concerns, and the owner did need help being brought up to speed.
He's been very cooperative with us and allowed us to come in and educate him onto what today's standards should be versus 40 years ago.
He says what they found on Friday was not as bad as what they were originally told.
I think original reports were that there was animals missing beaks, eyes, and in severe neglect. And that is not what we found on this property, unfortunately.
So the Humane Society says so far there are no charges pending, but the lead in this case is the state police, and they are still openly and actively investigating all of this. We're live in Upper Mount Bethel Township. Rose Itzkovitz, 69 News.